Hello, is there anybody out there? Can you see this? We're having some technical difficulties this morning. I haven't done a Facebook Live before, so I don't really know what I'm doing. There's only 3 of us working today just to make sure that we've got all of the animals sorted. So, and we're not all that technologically advanced, so you'll just have to bear with us a little bit. Oh, it says there's 26 of you, 43 of you. Oh, amazing. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Wow, Abu Dhabi, that's awesome. Okay. Hey, Emily, how are you? Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today. Chris. Hey, Liliana. Awesome. Okay, so what we're doing today then really is just a quick, as long as you like really, tour of the animal centre. I'd like to introduce you to some of our animals. We've got quite a lot of animals here today. We do have a room with reptiles in, and we've got also invertebrates like tarantulas. So if you don't like tarantulas, we'll do that room last. So you can, it's your choice to decide then if you'd like to come and have a look with us or not. So behind me is the animal centre. So we actually only moved here in June. We were actually based in Newmarket beforehand. So it's very new for us here. So we're still working with the centre and coming to grips with the little teething problem. So you'll notice as we go through, it's still a work in progress. But we're very excited to be on the college's main campus now. Hey, Lincoln. Okay, so we're actually going to go see the goats first, just because it's really beautiful outside. I've got Laura with me as well.
Hello, everyone.
So we're just going to go along and feed the goats this morning. They've already had their breakfast. Just thought it'd be nice to take them some greens today. It's really important to get outside when we're going through this situation as well. Make sure you're getting lots of fresh air. So yeah, we're just going to have a little wander. Whose beautiful car is that? Oh, it's mine. Okay, so can you hold that for a mo? I don't know, can you change the camera around?
Hi, everyone. We're just going to try and spin the camera.
Can't actually.
There we go.
Yeah, have you done it? Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so this is our goat stable.
Oh, look at that. Good morning.
So,
Hey.
here we have our goats. And we have, who are clearly all enjoying the outside weather. Hello, boys. You enjoying the sun? So, we have 3 pygmy goats. This one here is called Andy. He came from Newmarket with us. And then we have this one here is Bailey.
I know.
And then the other pygmy goat at the back there is George.
Yeah.
And then we've got 3 golden Guernseys. This orange one here is called Russ. That one is Harry. And then this one down here is Hank. Hank is the boss. So the others don't want to... Yeah, there you go. You're on camera. Don't want to mess with him. Okay. And obviously, like we said, they've had their breakfast, which was goat muesli. And they're now just having a little treat of some spring greens. They don't generally have any fresh veg until their PM feed, when they also... Hello, Andy. I don't have the food, you little monster.
You don't even want it, do you?
Andy just wants to be on camera, clearly. Yes, so they have their muesli in the afternoon as well. They get 2 feeds a day, as well as having their PM vegetable feed. So you can see that we have got a outdoor paddock for them with some climbing material so that they can go outside and obviously graze on some grass. We are trying to grow more grass, but as you can see, obviously with the weather that we've had as well, there isn't an issue. And then, yes, obviously, so this is our indoor stable for them as well. Now, these goats are regularly handled by the students. They have been used for training sessions as well, trying to get them station trained, lead trained. Andy does like to headbutt people if he doesn't get his way. So, and the other goats. Yes, and they also are groomed by the students. We get them to clip their hooves. This is mainly done by the level 3 students. But otherwise, they all come in and are involved in cleaning out the stable on a daily basis. So we get these students involved as much as we can. Hey, boy. So like I say, this is Hank. Hank loves a good scratch. But Andy Even though he's one of the pygmies,
He likes to pretend he's in charge.
Yeah, he likes to pretend he's in charge because he's been here the longest.
But you're not, are you? Hey? Hank's in charge.
Okay, does anyone have any questions about our goats while we're here? Because obviously we could spend absolutely ages in here with them. But we will shortly move on to our mammal room. We'll expect us to have more food.
You've had food.
Which goat is the youngest from Lucy?
Wow, okay, it's probably the Golden Guernseys, actually, I think.
So that would be these three.
Yeah, so Hank and Harry are twins. Hank, Harry and Russ, they all come from Balen Rare Breeds, actually. So we went and collected those together. Russ is actually named after one of our caretakers who actually helped me pick up the goats because it was quite an interesting mission to go and collect them all the way from Balen Rare Breeds. But yeah, Andy's probably the oldest one. We've had him, he was over at Newmarket, like Laura said. Are you beating me up? And then the two boys, so Bailey and George, we rescued those from a lady who absolutely loved them. They were her babies, and now they're the students' babies. So yeah, and they've all got collars on that have got their names on. They're actually dog collars. It just makes it a bit easier for trying to teach the students their names. And
try and show you Hank's collar so you can see his name has Hank on them. Athan wants to know what they eat for dinner. So, like I was saying, they have goat muesli for breakfast and dinner, and then they have a variety of different vegetables. They do enjoy the spring greens, but they're not overly keen on things like carrot.
Andy will eat your clothes as
yes,
well.
Andy will probably try and nibble me because I'm not paying him much attention.
Yeah.
Do they all get on when the new goats are introduced? So, as you can see, Andy has been headbutting some of the little ones, and George and Bailey probably are...
They're the two most submissive,
yes,
aren't they?
they are the most submissive ones, but they do just end up getting bits and pieces when they want. They have to wait till last, don't they?
They do, yeah.
They get the slim pickings at the end. Anyone else? Do we get girl goats?
Oh no, they're all castrated males. So sorry to the guys out there, but yeah, they're all castrated males. They actually get on a lot better together than females would. So we made the decision, because we already had Andy, who's a castrated male. We decided to just continue and get other goats that were also castrated males. So no girlies.
Yeah, and no babies as well, for those of you that are asking.
No.
What breed are the goats? So, like I say, these ones here are the bigger ones, which are Golden Guernseys, and then the smaller ones are Pygmy Goats.
Oh, it's so naughty.
Do we have to clean their teeth? Is one of the questions.
Ah, interesting. They don't actually have top teeth. So they actually have a plate at the top of their mouths made out of hard gum. But no, we don't have to clean their teeth because they use them. They eat hay constantly throughout the day, so they're ruminants. So they've got 4 stomachs. We could talk about that for ages.
Yeah.
But they actually graze throughout the day. It's only because we're in here at the moment that they're not really. Oh, Harry's about to do some grazing for you. Just
yes,
to
see.
prove the point. But yeah, they graze throughout the day, so their bottom teeth are actually in really good condition. Hey, Hank.
Yeah, we're getting so many questions from you guys, so I'm trying to sort of pick out the ones. Why do goats have horns is one of the questions.
Oh, that's just their species. So not all goat species have horns, and obviously some females might not. Oh my gosh, stop it. And actually you'll notice the pygmy, the two pygmies that we've rescued, they don't actually have as amazing horns as like the rest of them. They were actually disbudded when they were young, so it's a practice that some farms undertake to remove the horns so that they can't hurt you. It's not something that we would have had done, but as I say, we rescued those guys, so they come as they are. Don't you? You've got lovely horns, though, haven't you? You like to headbutt everybody with them.
We're also getting asked what goat is our favourite.
We don't have favourites.
We don't have a favourite, but as if Abby, one of our other tech dems, was here, she would probably tell you that Andy is her favourite. Shout out to Abby, she's watching. But like you say, it's because Andy has been here the longest, so she's got a special bond with him. Yes, they do have regular health checks, Jenny. Like I say, we get the students to carry out health checks when they're teaching them how to health check. And we also obviously do health checks ourselves. We check their hooves. Obviously, the amount of rain that we've had to be very cautious with this because obviously they have a muddy paddock. So we have to keep an eye on that. Beth is saying, how big do they grow?
These are all full grown now, so they might get a bit rounder like Andy does because the students have a habit of being very, very nice to them in regards to treats, don't they?
Yes. Liliana, they do have tags in their ears, as you can see on Hank's head here, although he's just moved. He has one tag in each ear. Well, that was Harry, sorry. Here we go, here's Hank.
It's got a yellow and blue.
So as part of the health check, we have to make sure that they don't get infected, because obviously they are open wounds. Eden asked, why do they have beards? Again, that is to do with their breed.
Yeah.
So you might have goats that don't have beards, but these guys all do. As you can see, Russ's magnificent little goatee that he's got going on here. We've had a couple of people ask who is the naughtiest goat.
Andy.
And that is definitely Andy.
100%, isn't it?
Andy will headbutt your leg for attention. He will eat your clothes. So yes, he's definitely the naughtiest.
I like that about him, though. He's got character.
Oh, hello, Michelle from Brisbane.
Wow, hi.
Okay, do they get haircuts? Yes, they have had a haircut. As you can sort of see on these guys, Harry's had a little trim. We're not goat groomers, so they're not going to be the nicest of cuts.
No.
Do they have treats? Yes, they do. So we've just given them some spring greens as their treat for the day. You can just kind of see George out there just picking the last bits. Who's the most cuddly? Well, if I point down to you now, this is Hank rubbing himself, wanting a cuddle.
They're actually all really cuddly, aren't they? I think the two black pygmies, they're probably the most sort of actual cuddly. Hank and Andy both like a fuss, don't you? But cuddly, probably the two little pygmies. But George isn't overly keen on the golden Guernsey, so he kind of stays out of the way a little bit.
And we'll take this as the last question because there's so many, and we have gone through quite a lot of them already. So someone has asked how heavy they are.
Oh my gosh.
So
look at how round you are, Andy. You're probably...
Andy is, as you can see, he's quite round. But one thing with goats is you can't measure their what we call body conditioning score by their stomach because they're ruminants. They can bloat. So obviously the gas in their stomachs. So it's best to assess their body condition score by their spine. Okay. We'll take one last. I actually saw someone's question just now asking if you could make Yorkshire puddings with goat's milk, and I'm sure you could. I don't know what it would taste like, but I'm sure you could.
Gross. But...
How old is Andy? Andy is. I'm expecting
maybe
Abby to pop up here. 5, we think. How old is Hank? Hank is about 2.
Yeah.
So, yes, goats are quite affectionate, Chantal, as you can see, but they always want something, and it's probably because they want food. Okay, guys, so we will now move on to the mammal room. I'll pass you back on to Sarah.
Right. Are you going to move out of the way, mister?
You've had all your food.
Oh, they're super soft. Actually, the golden Guernseys have got quite a wiry coat, but the pygmies, they're quite soft. They're super, super, super friendly, though. Look at them, your wallies. This is the nicest thing about being here without the students, I guess, is that we get to spend a lot of time with the animals hands-on. So that's quite nice for us because during the week, usually it's the students that do all of the jobs. So it's quite nice being able to spend some quality time with them. And, you know, we're abiding by social distancing. By Laura's working with the mammals today and Craig is working with the exotics. So we're just trying to keep our distance, making sure we're all safe as well. So we're going to take you to the mammal room now. We've got quite a lot of different mammals in there. We've even got some exotic mice. I'll have to introduce you to some of them. Give you that one.
Right, here we go.
I'll let you go first. Okay, so we've come in a sort of sneaky side door, really. That's our nocturnal room, so we'll take you over there shortly. This is just where we store all of our hay straw and our substrates, and this is our main mammal room. So I'll quickly just walk you round and then we can introduce you to some of our animals. Oh, my sister's there from South Africa. Hello, Emily. So our first enclosure is harvest mice. These guys are super, super cute. They're very, very small. I think they actually might be snoozing right now.
Normally out and about, but
deciding
not to today.
I think they're doing what everyone else does and having a nice snooze. Down the bottom here, we've got our African pygmy dormice. They are absolutely adorable. They look like mini squirrels. They are so cute. Oh, thank you so much, Gemma. We really wanted to do something to cheer everybody up and also to help you guys with young people at home that are, bored and miss school. I'm sure everybody's missing school. We've also got a gerbil up here. He's usually quite keen on coming out. Hello. You coming out?
Normally if you open the door, he sort of wants to come to the front.
Here he is. Hello. So he's a Mongolian gerbil. Hello, how are you? What are you doing? You little cutie. Emma, honey, absolutely, you can see Guineas. Well, I'll show you Guineas in a minute. He's still here. He's super... Oh, Debbie and Emily, thank you so much for joining us. Amelie, we actually named one of our dormice after Amelie, but he's sleeping at the moment. That's the thing with a lot of rodents, they are nocturnal, so there will be quite a lot of them that are sleeping. Apart from this guy. Ooh. So these guys are fancy mice. Hello, cutie. No, the mice do not eat cheese. No, they get seriously fat. So all of our mice have a staple diet of mice pellets. So all of our animals in the animal centre have pelleted food, just so we can make sure there's no selective feeding going on, which is where they pick out the bits they like and leave all of the bits that are the most nutritious. So we try and avoid that from happening as best we can. So in here we've actually got a Syrian hamster. So they're the really cute teddy bear hamsters. Again, nocturnal, so probably won't be overly pleased with me waking her up. Hello. Is there anybody out there? What are you doing? Oh, sorry, mate. You're snoozy, aren't you? This one's on.
Oh, no, that's Houdini.
Oh, this one's called Houdini because we've had a few escapes in the past. Hey, Daniel Palmer, thank you so much for coming over to visit us today online. Who have we got up here? We've got more fancy mice. Hello. Oh, where have you gone? Oh, hey. So cute. So pretty much the same as the goats, these guys in here, all of the students look after these every day. So obviously in their absence, we're all doing that. Oh, what are their names? All of the animals have names. We actually let the students name the animals unless we want to name them after a member of staff. So obviously there's quite a lot of staff here at the college and we've had loads of help from them over the past couple of months since we've been settling in. So we've got quite a lot of animals that are named after people. All of the rodents are sleeping today. It's very rude. They don't understand that we're on a mission to cheer people up today. If I introduce you to some of the most exciting people we've got. Hey, Bernie, baby. So this is Bernard. As you can see, he is one of our fluffiest bunnies. Bernard is actually a Lionhead cross. Bernard came to us from Pets at Home. My sister actually reached out to me for him. He's a bit big, so I think they struggled to get him into a home. Bernard's got a girlfriend called Blossom as well, who's just around the corner. Hey! They are super cute. They like to snuggle up together. If I come in, you can see them in a bit more. Hello, Bubs. What you doing? He's a good boy, aren't you? He's a good boy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so we have... Hi, Oakley. So we've got our nocturnal room, which is where we keep some of our rodents in there. And the reason we do that is because we want the students to understand how different their behaviour is as to whether they're kept in a nocturnal room where the lights are flipped, as opposed to being kept in a room like this where the lights are normal daytime, nighttime photo period. So are you going to let us see Blossom or not, you monkey pants? Hey? Hey, Cass. Hey, Zach and Gabby. What's my favourite animal? Oh my gosh, you know me, Liliana and Lincoln. My favourite animals are the reptiles and the tarantulas, which we'll go see shortly. So I do love the fluffy things though. Like Bernard is absolutely everybody's favourite. How much does Bernard weigh? Oh my gosh, I don't know. As you can see, he is a chunky boy.
Sort of the weight between dogs, isn't he? Like 5 kilos.
Yeah, I think he's about 5 kilos. He is so fluffy. He gets groomed every day by the students. We try not to cut his hair because he ends up looking really ridiculous. He's got like that white mohawk at the moment because one of the students tried to help get his hair out of his eyes a little bit and ended up making him look a bit terrible. Hey Sam Dybel, we miss you. Although I bet you're glad you're not having to come in. Right, so that's 2 of our rabbits. We've actually got quite a lot of rabbits. Though Bernard is everybody's favourite. He's super cute. And he is really cuddly as well. What do our rabbits eat? They have, like I said to you guys earlier, they all eat pelleted food. So we really try and avoid any selective feeding. So we work closely with Supreme, which is a company based in Hadley, and they offer us a really good deal with our food. So we have all of our food from them. So these are our hamster nuggets, delicious. Rat food. And then we've got some seed mix, which we tend to give the exotic animals as well. Oh, 4.5 kilos, Abby says, about Bernard. He's a chunky boy. So we've got our large aviaries now. I'm going to send Laura in. So this is our first large aviary. Hey, Emily and Amber and Auntie Julie, who also works at the college. The college is actually a ghost town, as I'm sure you can appreciate, and it's very weird being here without everybody else. We miss all of our colleagues, especially the caretakers who cheer us up every day. So this is our Chinchilla Enclosure. So we've got quite a few different chinchillas in here. We've also got a Daegu in here who lives by himself, but he loves the chinchillas. He thinks he's a chinchilla anyway. Hey!
Okay.
Ooh, we're a bit blurry. No, it's all right, it's me. A bit blurry. It's using you as a tree.
There we go.
Yeah! Hello, little chin. No, the rabbits haven't had babies because Bernard has been castrated as well. So we don't have any. The only animals that we've got at the moment that have had babies are our African pygmy dormice have had babies, which is why I couldn't bring them out. Hey, Harrison and Cara, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us today. I really miss you guys. It's difficult not being able to get out of the house. So, yeah, the only animals that have got babies at the moment are African pygmy dormice, and we've had some tadpoles, actually, which I'll show you next door. We've got some milk frog tadpoles. With coronavirus, are you getting a supply of pellets for the animals? Yeah, actually, we've bulk bought all of our animal food and hay and straw, so we have a lot of stuff here, which I'll show you in a moment. When we walk down the corridor, you'll see it's a bit crazy. Hey, Caitlin, no, we don't have any owls, but I would love that. We have a lot of students that would absolutely love that as well. But no, we don't have any birds at the moment, though this is our small mammal and bird room. Craig, who I'll introduce you to in a minute, he is really into his birds, and we'd like to have some parrot species. So these are some of our other rabbits.
That one at the back is Flopsy.
Flopsy.
And then Bopsy and Breezy.
And Breezy. Breezy's hiding right at the back there. So we give them as much enrichment as we can. Even cardboard boxes are brilliant for us. Hello, you. So you can see here's a lion head as well, but obviously a lot less, or she is, sorry, a lot less fluffy than Bernard. Lots of people are commenting saying they've got chinnies as well. How old are they? How old are the rabbits? Oh my gosh, well these guys have been here since I've been here, and I joined in 2017. So, yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Right, we have, somebody's commented saying, hey Joe, that you've got Daegus. We've got loads of Daegus. Hey, you monkey. So you can see at the moment, they absolutely love their wheel. Oh gosh, I'm not doing very well with this, camera keeps getting really blurry. So they've also got sand, which they like to dust bath in. It's really, really good for their skin for them to dust bath. That's the lady at the back there, that's Dolly, she's the white one. She's everybody's favourite. Do we have public open events? We haven't actually had an official opening yet of the animal centre since we've moved here, so we'd really like to have an official opening. So do keep your eyes peeled. Obviously, with our current situation, we have no idea when the college will be open again, so you just have to bear with us on that front. Do you have a crocodile? Oh my gosh, I would love a crocodile. One of our students, Aidan, would also love it if we had a crocodile. But no crocodiles. We don't actually have a zoo licence or a dangerous wild animals licence or anything like that. So all of the things that we've got are animals that we're allowed to have. So let's see who's in here. Hello. You're awake. Oh, are you awake now? Hello. Come and see me. Go give me a kiss. Oh, thank you very much. Just don't bite me. Hey, how are you? So these are our rats. So we've obviously got, this one's a Dumbo Rat, which is, hello, give me a kiss, which is why her ears are on the side of her head. And then we've got like your normal fancy rat. We've also got some naked rats in here, but I don't know if they're going to come out and see us. Hey, how are you? You're so cheeky, aren't you? Please don't try and escape. I haven't got time for that right now. Okay. Where's the naked rats then? Hey, where's your friends? Hello. 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 Yeah, no, biting my finger, thank you, cheeky. Hey! You are so cheeky, aren't you? Alright, I don't think we're going to have a visit from the naked rats today. Oh, well, everyone's trying to get out. Let you guys. You have to keep the social distancing, stay inside. Ooh. More rabbits. So here's Guineas, everybody's favourite. We had quite a lot of people ask for them before. Abby, wish you were here. We've got Guineas and we've got Fudge at the back there. So Fudge was given to us by one of our students actually. We were told she was a dwarf, but as you can see, she's quite a lot bigger than Guineas. And then we've got Aggie. You can see from her face, she just generally looks aggro all the time. And we've got Foxy. Molly, rats are lovely. You don't have to be scared of them. They like to climb all over you, under your arm and all sorts. So yeah, rats are really lovely. The students have actually been doing training programs with the rats and with the degus. They've been teaching them all sorts of things. It's been really lovely to watch. Layla, no, we don't have any ferrets because we don't have much in the way of outside space, and we can't keep the ferrets in here because obviously they would upset the rabbits. Jack, 12, wants to be a zookeeper. What courses would you recommend? Nicola, great question. So here at West Suffolk College, we do level 1 diploma in land-based studies. We do level 2 certificate in animal care, and we do level 3 animal management. So really, it depends on what GCSE grades that he gets when he's at high school. For the level 3 programme, it's equivalent to 3 A levels. So we do ask for GCSE grades 4 and above in maths, English and science. So we have a lot of students that go into the zookeeping industry and veterinary nursing industry. We've got students that go to study animal behaviour. Hey, Megan Jackson, how are you? So yeah, we've got lots and lots of courses where we can help you to become whatever you like in the animal industry. Then we've got our guineas. These are our girl guineas, so we've got 4 of those. Just having a little snooze in your hay hammock. Sorry, I have just got a cold, I swear to you, it's nothing else. I can't stop sniffing and sneezing. Do the students like all the animals? Well, it's very much probably the same as you would expect. We've got students who like working with the mammals and don't like working with the reptiles. These are our boy guineas, so we've got 4 in here as well. But, you know, we absolutely get the students to hold as many different things as we can because we really want them to leave us with all the skills that will make them employable. So it's really important to us that they at least give everything a go. So that is our main mammal room. Thank you for your time, Laura.
Enjoy the Reptile Room, guys.
Thank you. So, where are you? There you are. Hi. So we're going to go into the Nocturnal Room now. So it is very dark in there. We've got red lights. So hopefully you'll still be able to see with me. Here we go. I'll turn you around. Okay. So this is our Nocturnal Room. I'm going to be speaking a little bit more quietly. Hey! So in this enclosure, hey you, we've got our sugar gliders. I don't know if you can see them very well because my camera's a bit blurry. But they are super cute. So these guys are marsupials. They have a pouch on their front and they also glide, which is why they're called sugar gliders. We've got 4 that live in here. If I go in there, they will absolutely throw themselves at me, but I'm prepared to do that. Let's go and have a look. So Abby, my technician demonstrator, has done an absolutely fab job at setting up their enclosure. So you can see, where are you? They've got lots of spaces to sleep and hide. They absolutely love their little wheel as well. Hello. And they've got loads of little hidey houses where they can have a little snooze as well. Hello, you. Trying to scale the wall. You're not supposed to be on the floor. You're arboreal. You're supposed to be climbing. What are you doing? You're going to come and see me then? You're going to come see me then? Hello. Oh, you're so sneaky. Trying to eat my phone. You're trying to eat the phone. How many eyes do tarantulas have? That's a good question. I'm not actually sure, 100%. I've got a tarantula shed that I can show you. Can sugar gliders be pets? They can be, yeah. You don't need a license to have them, but they are really sociable. You need to have a group of them, which is why we've got 4. And as you can see, I'm just going to get out of here for a moment while I can. As you can see, the enclosure is really big, so they do need a really big space as well. Do they make good pets? I'd argue probably not, unless you could give them a really large enclosure like this. They need lots and lots of space. Oh, Gavin, that's really interesting to know, and that's why it's really important that we get out there a bit more and tell people more about what we do here at West Suffolk College, because we have 111 students in animal studies. A big shout out to any of those if they're watching this morning. But next year we've got 180 already signed up to do animal studies with us. So if anybody would like to come and do animal studies with us in September, please sign up. What does arboreal mean? That means that they are tree dwelling. So they live their lives in the trees. They're adapted to living in the trees. This guy is a Gambian pouched rat. So he is a giant rat. We've got 2 of these. They are absolutely amazing. They are really clever. The students have been training them as well, and Abby, my tech dem, is going to train them, target train them as well. They are super, super clever. What do these guys eat? They have rat and ferret biscuits as a staple, but then they also have insects, meat, fresh fruit, vegetables. They eat lots of stuff. They're omnivorous, so they eat a really big, wide range of things. Do we have any girl sugar gliders? No, we don't. They're 4 boys. Just so we can avoid any unnecessary breeding. And the sugar gliders, as you can probably guess from their name, they do like sweet things. So they have lots of fruit. They also have something called leadbeater's mix, which we make ourselves. But they like chicken and insects as well. Where do sugar gliders live? They're from Australia, actually. There was a lady who was here earlier from Australia, so that's super cool. How old do you have to be to do an animal studies course in September? You have to be 16, but don't worry if you're younger than that, because obviously once you've done school, we'll happily have you come over. And as I say, we do have Saturday open events where you guys can come and have a look at the animal centre. So you'd be welcome to do that. He's having a little wash. Hey, you're very cute. I know you just want to bite my finger, don't you? Okay, so we're going to go through to our reptile room now. It's very bright. Okay. So if I turn you around, so we have been stock buying a lot of things. So we don't ordinarily store hay and straw along the corridor, but we, needs must at this sort of time. We also have our own little library, which is obviously going to be a bit unloved at the moment because we don't have any of our students there. We've got a trip booked with Operation Wallacea. We're actually going to Honduras in 2021. So our level 3s are going to be doing a 2-week expedition in the cloud forest of Casuco National Park. So we're really, really excited. It's going to be brilliant. Okay, let's see if we can find Craig. Hello. Hey. Just hanging around. So this is our exotics room. Sorry, it's very hot in here, as I'm sure you can imagine. So we'll start from the top, actually. So we've got our fish at the moment. So we don't actually have that many aquatics at the moment. We've got our African clawed frogs in here somewhere. Well, I think they're hiding it now. Oh, you can see a leg. It's hiding at the back. Hey, there you are. So we've got 2 of those in there. No, we don't have a viper. No, we don't have anything that's venomous. So we've got our tarantulas, which have a slight venom, but nothing that's going to really, really hurt anybody. This is our tetra tank. So we've got some lemon tetra. We've got some black widow tetra. Josh, you don't have the grades to do an animal course. That's not true. We have our level 1 diploma in land-based studies, and we'd be more than happy to have a chat with you about what we can offer you. So please come and have a chat with us. There's absolutely definitely something we can offer you. What is my favourite exotic pet? I will introduce you to Colin, who's probably my favourite. So if we go through really slowly, sorry, I've got a cough. So this is our corn snake, Pyro. Pyro's actually just shed today, so is probably wanting to snooze, but we can have a look and see how he's feeling today. Hey Pyro, where are you? Oh, there you are. Hey. So that's Pyro. We do have a rat snake. Yeah, we've got a rat snake is our ghost. He's called Ghost, sorry, so I'll show you him in a moment. It's very hard to do things with one hand. And then we've got our tortoise, who was donated to us by Sean. Hey Sean and Isla. There we go, and Meggie. So this is our little tortoise. She's a Horsefields tortoise. Hey dude. She's actually been in brumation, so she's actually been sleeping for quite a lot of time, so she's very, very tired and a bit lazy at the moment still. She's off. Do you get scared when you see tarantulas? No, I love them. I've had a pet tarantula since I was about 7. My mum and dad my dad brought home a tarantula that he found at work. So I absolutely love them. But that's what I teach. So I teach exotics and aquatics, and I like anything a bit strange and scaly. So she has a diet of, at the moment, because she's just come out of brumation, she's having tortoise pellets, and she has rose petals and hibiscus flowers. So, yeah. What is my favourite spider? I'll have to show you in a moment. These are our leopard geckos. Again, leopard geckos are nocturnal, so they're having a snooze. They don't really want to be bothered. They also don't really like the bright lights, and everybody in here has UV lights, ensuring they get their right levels of vitamin D. Hello? Having a little snooze? I don't want to interrupt you too much, do I? Are you under here as well? Oh, hi, how are you? Sorry, very rude. Back to sleep you go. Yeah, the tortoise does live on her own, yeah. I don't know, I'm not sure how old she is because we rescued her, so I'm not 100% sure. So these are our milk frog tadpoles. I'll see if I can find you one that's got some legs. They're so cool as well. Some of them are, so you can see here, this almost a froglet. So he's got legs, but he's got a tail still as well. So very lucky to have our milk frogs breed. They're all doing really well as well. I'll show you the little, if we come over here, they're so super cute. Don't know if you can see, there's a tiny little froglet at the back there. So and one at the side here. Hi. Yes, Lisa, yeah, my dad used to work in a fruit and veg factory, so it came in a bunch of bananas, probably why I definitely do not like bananas. Sam Pollard, come and help me. Come and sort out my aquatic system. I want some marine fish. You're the guy, come and sort it out for me. I don't know if I can see any others, but yeah, so we're doing really well with our Amazonian milk frogs. We've got about 30 that have hatched or that have actually gone through full mutation, so they're super cute. We'll go back to where we were before. So underneath our tadpoles is our boa constrictor. Don't know if you can see. He doesn't actually have a name, does he? No, so the students haven't named this one yet. So Grumpy, yeah, he is a bit grumpy. He doesn't like being handled too much. Is there anything that scares you out of your animals? No, nothing at all. No, I like all the weird things, so it doesn't really bother me at all. Has there been any escapes? Yes, Danielle, many escapes. It took me 6 hours to catch a Syrian hamster called Pewee. He escaped and was in the ceiling in the main room, and I don't know if you noticed, but the ceilings in there are very high. So yeah, I was in there for a very long time on a Saturday trying to catch this hamster. So these are our baby beardies. Hey! Do we have bats? No, we don't. Do snakes make good pets? It very much depends on if you can afford their setup. As you can see, in all of our exotic enclosures, they do have their ceramic heat bulbs, which are covered by a cage to make sure they don't burn themselves. They also have a double set of UV lights to ensure they've got adequate vitamin D. Good morning, Louise Reed. How are you? These guys, so bearded dragons make good pets, again, only if you can provide all of their environmental parameters at the correct levels. These guys are omnivorous, so you do need to be able to feed them insects as well as fruit and veg. So today is their fruit and veg day. So you can see in there they've got hibiscus flowers, rose petals, they've got red bell pepper, they've got kale, watercress, pea shoots, and a little bit of cucumber as well, just to help with their water intake. So yeah, very cute. They're only babies at the moment. I'll show you what an adult looks like in a minute. Oh, Michelle, that's great news. Abby, sorry. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you when you're 16. Hopefully I'll still be here and I won't be retired by that point. So in here we've got our White's tree frogs. They're really difficult to spot actually because they're very, very green. Craig, do you know where they are? See if we can get Craig to...
There's one. If you look underneath the heater now, right at the very back. See?
No. Can you open the doors? Have a look. We don't have an iguana here, but I have an iguana at home. So we don't really... An iguana is probably a bit too big for the enclosures we have here. Ah, there he is. So this guy is a snowflake White's tree frog. And then we've got Colleen. Good morning, Colleen. How are you? So Colleen is our Yemen chameleon. I'm not having very much success here. Getting in. There we go. Yeah. So Colleen. She's a female chameleon. A female Yemen chameleon. Hey you. What are you up to? She's got a waterfall, and the reason for that is that chameleons actually can't drink, or they can't really see still water. So to make sure that she can drink properly, she has this waterfall so she can see the free running water. And they're arboreal again, which is why they have lots of sticks and things for her to climb in. Hey Jessica, age 7, how are you doing? Hey Isla. So chameleons, do they make good pets? To be honest with you, reptiles are good pets if you are happy to look at them and not really do much hands-on. They don't really like being overly handled, especially chameleons. They're very fragile. Their ribs actually come out slightly sideways, so if you pick them up like you would pick up a normal animal, you can actually really damage their ribs. So it's really important that when we do any sort of handling with the exotic animals in here, it's because we're getting them out to do a health check or to feed them, so we don't handle them just for the sake of it. We've got more leopard geckos in this one, and then somebody asked me earlier if we've got a royal python. We absolutely do. This is Pandora. She's got a lovely setup as well. Abby's done a great job. Ooh. Hello, how are you? Having a little snooze? Sorry dude, cover you up again. So yeah, that's Pandora. So we don't actually have that many snakes at the moment. I'd like to add more to our collection. We'd like a western hognose. We have got a rat snake as well, called Ghost. So I'll just show you Ghost now. Hey Ghost. He's so beautiful. He's got really beautiful eyes. Do reptiles bite? All animals have the ability to bite. So, hey Helen, hey Charlie. So yeah, all animals have the ability to bite. So you just have to be really mindful that you're not doing anything that's going to cause them to want to bite you. So overhandling and things like that. Hey Olivia. Hey Willow Rose. Amelia. Do the chameleons change colour? Interesting, they do, but not to the extent that you've probably seen on the TV. So if I show you Colin, hey. So obviously you can see that Colin is very much a different colour to Colleen. Now, Colin is actually a panther chameleon. So Colin is completely different species. You come out then, Colin. Come then. So Colin is everybody's favourite. He is actually my favourite, though we shouldn't really have favourites. He usually wants to come out for a cuddle. So Colin was actually rescued as well. He did come with a different name, but our vice principal was called Colin Shaw, and we really wanted to name an animal after him. So we thought Colin the chameleon sounded like a really good name. All right, Colin, you're not going to come out today. Woo. So as you can see, Colin's got this really lovely blue stripe along the side of him, and he does change colour in respect that he goes a bit more dull sometimes, or he can be a bit brighter. But he doesn't go pink or purple, for example. He's very much as he is now. And again, he's got his little waterfall as well. Slightly different to Colin's. Right, Colin, if you don't fancy it, I'm gonna leave you to it. So all of our enclosures have these locks on them as well, just so we can make sure they're all completely secure. Right, we're getting into invertebrate territory now. So if you don't like tarantulas, I won't be offended if you leave. Before we go into the tarantulas, we have... is he under? Oh, he's under there, is he?
Yeah.
We've got a Pac-Man frog, but he's hiding at the moment, so... We've also got hermit crabs up here. So... So they are actually really, really active usually, so they're really fun to watch. We've got our African land snails as well. Maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but they are also really, really interesting to watch. And they make good pets because obviously you can keep them and they're fun to watch. Obviously you can't cuddle them. Well, you could if you wanted to, but that would be gross. So we've also got cockroaches. They're called Domino's cockroaches. Again, they're probably hiding right underneath all of the wood. And then we've got our flat rock scorpion. Our rock scorpion's called Dwayne, obviously, after the rock. Oh, there he is. Hey, how are you? So again, not everybody's cup of tea. But they are super cool. Sorry, mate. Obviously, Colin didn't fancy coming out to see me today, but he's come out with Craig. So, because Colin's arboreal, he's going to try and climb up Craig like he would a tree. He'll probably go right up to the top. Our Pac-Man frog's yellow. Our Pac-Man frog is actually albino, so he's kind of yellow. Yeah, they're called Pac-Man frogs because they have a really big mouth, and they eat absolutely everything and anything, so... Oh, Aria, yeah, everybody's missing their friends, I would imagine. You have to do lots to have a chat with your friends online and make sure you're having phone calls and things like that. It's really important. How many animals do we have, Caitlin? We have about 160. So, yeah, there's an awful lot of animals at the college, which is great when we've got students here because obviously they all help us to look after them. But when it's just the three of us, well, we're doing it on a rota, so I do have other members of the team as well who come in. But it is really, really difficult to get everything done. Right, we're in tarantula territory now. So we'll have a look. So this is our Chilean rose. See if I won't get them out properly just in case it freaks people out. You don't need to be scared of them though. They're absolutely lovely, really fascinating. You can see there's like a little bit of web that she's laid there. I don't know where she is. She's right at the back. Look, there she is. Hello. There you are. So she's actually a Chilean rose tarantula. So she's really cute, super cute, very fluffy. So we generally do have a lot of students that are scared of the tarantulas, but once they've handled them, they're usually fine about it. So it just takes a little bit of time. And we've got, all the patience to help the students learn how to handle all of the animals. So it's really, really important that they give it a go if they can. So I showed you earlier our tadpoles, and these are the guys who actually produce all the tadpoles. So these are Amazonian milk frogs, and they are so beautiful. They're like this really lovely sky blue and brown. Hey, how are you? They're just absolutely beautiful. There's actually 3 in here, but I can only see 2 at the moment. How often do we have to clean out the tarantulas? Well, tarantulas aren't actually very messy, so we don't have to clean them out that often. We spot clean everything daily. So spot clean is where you just generally take out any dirty bits. And then we do a strip clean whenever is necessary, really. We do have a rota. So these are our crested geckos. I don't even know where they are, though.
Over the back.
They usually... Oh, hang on, there's one hiding in here. Don't know if you can see. Hello. They are so beautiful. They've got like the most lovely little face. Hey! Sorry, dude, I don't want to scare you. Look at those beautiful eyelashes. Hey! Oh, don't want to scare him too much. So we've got 3 of those in there. And they eat something called sticky foot. So they do have insects as well, and occasionally fruit, but they generally have sticky foot every day, which is a mix of bee pollen, fruits, insects. It's really, really good for them. Jasmine, you're a student at West Suffolk College, but you don't know where animal studies is. Oh, that's because we like to hide away. We are actually around the corner from Conservatoire East, which is where all of the production arts students are. So we're literally around the corner. If you know the purple corridor with the purple carpet, we're literally around the corner from there. So this is Boo. He is our adult bearded dragon. He's actually shedding at the moment, so he's got a bit of shed on his face. He isn't as keen on his fruit and veg as the others. We don't have any pigs or horses. Our goats are only livestock animals that we have. What will happen on the first day of Animal Care Level 1 in September? So when we first have the students start, they all do something called Induction Week, which is where they get to learn the requirements of the course. So all of our students have to wear PPE, which is personal protective equipment. And they have to buy their own tunic and steel-toe cap boots. Lauren, who is your other half? I have been doing it a very long time. Yeah, I've been teaching for about 13 years. So, yeah, it's been a very long time. So, that is it, I think.
Snake skin.
Oh, yeah, we have... Oh, I can show you our... We actually do have a baby tarantula, which is called a spiderling. Can you take the lid off? Oh, if I show you his skin first. So he did actually shed earlier today. I don't know if you can see that very well. I can't see because of everybody's comments. But see that little shiny bit? That's actually off the top of his head. You can see where the eyes were. Really, really cool. So here's an Antilles pink toe. So this is really beautiful, like purpley blue. And there he is. So he's arboreal, so that's why he's quite high up in the lid. So when he's bigger, he's only like the size of your thumbnail, but when he's bigger, he'll be put into a big enclosure. Oh, Kevin Lockwood, yeah, I did absolutely teach Kevin, yeah. Remember Kevin very well. And then we've also got a tiny, tiny millipede, which is quite difficult. Yeah, quite difficult to see. It's a bumblebee millipede. Abby and I have a habit of buying things for the animal centre and not really realising how small they are until it's too late. So we've ended up with a few animals that are perhaps a bit smaller than we wanted. So that is actually it, I'm afraid. So that is the extent of our collection. So we are hoping to add a bit more to the collection later on. So we want to have some parrots. So obviously Craig is super... where are you? There you are.
I've got makeup on today.
Oh! So Craig is super keen on birds. So we'd like to add some parrots to the collection.
That would be nice.
But we're also always really open to suggestions as well if there's anything that you guys think would be good to add to the collection. But yeah, how do you take care of yourself and take care of the animals? Gemma, that is a very good question. How do we do that? We are
eating junk food, you'll be all right.
yeah, we are magical. We're here every day, so I know that a lot of people were asking, you know, would we still be here if the country is in lockdown? And we absolutely are, because the animals need looking after every day, and animal husbandry is really, really important. So, you know, Craig and Abby and Laura are working every day, and I'm coming in every Wednesday to keep an eye on how the centre's running, because obviously we need to make sure we're still getting our supplies. So far so good. All of our suppliers are still giving us our live insects and animal feed. So let's hope we continue. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It's been really lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
We would like to run some more sessions at the same time every week. So next week, Abby's going to run a session on animal training. So she's going to do a session on training the Gambian pouch rat. So that would be really great for you guys to come back and have a look. Please stay safe. Make sure you're contacting one another, but don't go outside. And
Yeah, make sure you're all stay safe, look after yourselves, and hopefully we'll all get through this together, and it shouldn't be too long, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see everybody soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye.